Hello and welcome to day 14 of your 30-day challenge. Today's theme is Garden Fresh, so we're going to do a 3-part foundational breath to help you calm and ground within your body. But to support this grounding effect, I would advise that you do this outside in nature. You can prop yourself up on a rock, you can sit on the grass, you can sit on the ground, wherever you feel a bit more comfortable. But to get in direct contact with nature literally helps to ground your energy as well. Therefore, it's a good breath to do to calm the nervous system and to clear any stagnant energy in the body. Especially, again, we are breathing into the bottom of the lungs, so clearing that energy and toxins that have been accumulated there. It really helps to elevate your mood because of this. So make yourself comfortable wherever you have chosen to take your seat, and make yourself tall. We will be engaging the lower abdominal muscles as well as the diaphragm and all the connective tissues and muscles around the lower part of the torso for this breath. So bring your hands into the lower belly, and we'll start with the first level. It's a 3-part breath. So breathing into the first part is the lower part of the torso, the belly, the hips, and just gently softening as you allow your hands to rise and fall. Feel the body breathing as if you are breathing with your lower belly. And maybe even a little bit into the hips. See, I'm not breathing through my chest, and my chest is not moving now. Trying to bypass the upper body, even into the lower back, requires a little bit more focus. Yes, but you can get a subtle movement in the hips and the lower back if you really practice and focus to send your breath there. Breathing into the second part now, middle of the torso. Allowing the rib cage to now separate in this part, because this is the middle level where your diaphragm sits, where the ribs meet, and where the ribs then flare out to the side. So really try to separate the ribs here, maybe even into the middle of the back. Feeling that this whole middle section of the body is soft and permeable. Breathing into the third part. So chest and shoulders are moving now. Sending the breath up into the upper part of the chest and the lungs, even into the space between the shoulder blades on the upper back. Good. So I just wanted to bring your awareness to these different layers. And because you're aware of the whole body or the whole torso breathing, it will also help with your posture. So in the long run, so you can make yourself comfortable. We will practice with every inhale, breathing first part, second part, third part to the top, filling up the lungs, and exhale from the top, emptying out to the bottom, with the belly button pulling back at the end of every exhale, and the belly button opening up in the start of every inhale to allow this breath to move through all 3 parts. I like to bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. And once again, you can gently lower your gaze or close your eyes, and we'll practice for another 2 to 3 minutes together. Starting by becoming aware of your natural breath. And then exhale, emptying all the air out of the lungs. Inhale into the bottom hand. Second part, allow the ribs to flare. Breathe all the way to the top hand. Exhale from the top all the way down. Bottom hand pulls back gently. And again, inhale, bottom hand raises. Middle part opens. Top and exhale. Top hand floats down all the way to the bottom hand pulling in. And just keep this rippling effect. Rippling from the bottom to the top and all the way from the top back to the bottom. I like to include the Ujjayi into this 3-part breath. It makes it a lot more effective and it brings your awareness to the breath as well as strengthening the breath. And what you want to feel is your body gently opening and stretching into the areas in which you normally don't breathe into. Especially, I can feel my ribcage and my lungs really stretching and expanding now, because I'm used to breathing into my belly. But it might be that your belly and your hips are quite tight and you want to open and expand them a little bit more. I can really feel the middle of my back opening. That is the part that I'm not breathing into often enough. So this middle section is bringing a lot more depth to my breath. And just notice which areas in your body have felt a little bit tight and rigid, and then give it a little bit of movement using the breath. Let's take 2 more breaths together. And slowly returning to normal breathing. Noticing if the body is a little bit more open, if the breath is flowing a little bit more with ease and lightness. Beautiful. Gently opening up the eyes. Well done for completing day 14. We're halfway there. I'll see you tomorrow on day 15.